before I came into the Nu Skin business. All right. And I've been in the business for quite many years already, and I'm enjoying the journey. All right. But today I'm not, the spotlight is not on me. So today I know everybody is waiting for our heavyweight speaker, right? Heavyweight sharer, our invited guest, very distinguished guest, right? So we're all very excited. But hold your excitement first, right? We are not bringing him on yet, right? We have another guest speaker today, another gentleman, right? Mr. Ahmad Farid. We're going to have him on today to share very briefly about the business. Okay, so just a quick background of Farid. Farid is a very established architect, right? He has with him about 20 years of experience behind him. Okay, that's a long, long time, right? But he's not that old. Okay, he looks very youthful. All right. And before he came into the Nu Skin business full time, he was actually an associate director with one of the large architectural firm in Singapore. Okay, so today he will share very briefly about the business, and he also share with us, right, why he made the switch from designing buildings to now designing his life. Okay, so can we put our hands together to warmly welcome Mr. Ahmad Farid? Okay, Farid, please.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi. Thank you, Willie, for that sweet introduction, and thank you for not revealing my age. 20 years, time passes so fast. Hi, and I'd like to wish you all a great evening, and welcome to everybody to this GS webinar. Thank you for allowing me to give a brief sharing in my Nu Skin journey. I know some of you are invited by your friends to join this webinar. Perhaps you are seeking some addressing your concerns, some questions that you need to know about this business. So therefore, I hope my brief sharing would be of benefit. So I'd like to share my screen for a while, my slides. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a minute. Sorry for that. I seem to have jumped. Okay. So the topic of today's session is my life, my beast, my way. Isn't it interesting, this topic? Most of the time, I like to ask you, how much of your life is in your control? I'm a locally bred Singaporean, and my worldview is shaped by my route in education. Children of civil servants, naturally, they imprint in me that academic excellence translates to a professional job. It translates to success. And therefore, I was enrolled in that lousy school. As you know what school that is. I was enrolled in that lousy school, and majority of my classmates ended up being professionals, doctors, lawyers, engineers, and I'm like the only architect in the batch, okay, in that cohort. There is no room for failure, and no one talks, strangely, nobody talks about entrepreneurship. So the only route to success is you got to be a professional. And with my love for drawing, I ended up as an architect naturally, right? And with, you look at my face there, my facial expression speaks volumes about how stressed I was. Although I love the profession, but I don't like the practice. I am a workaholic, okay? I put in a lot of time, a lot of hours in the job. But it's just that I find that I was trapped. I was trapped. As I get promoted to a higher position, I assume more responsibilities. I find that my life and my time is controlled by other people. So you see, my weekdays melt into my weekends, and then after that, it goes on as a visual cycle. And it end up, it took a toll on my health. So you see the picture, the photo on my right there, I ended up being plump, haggard, and not so healthy, okay? Therefore, I was looking for a way out in a way. So in life, in your work, your bosses always talk, hey, we must have work-life balance. But I don't see the work-life balance. In fact, my boss told me, your work is your life and your life is your work. There's this invisible boundary between what is your own time and what is their time. So I find that a bit discomforting for me. Okay, so in my 30s, I was already looking for ways out. So naturally, being in the architecture profession, the natural progression is to be your own boss. Okay, to set up my own architectural practice. But then I think, hey, I need to find new jobs. I need to find new clients. I got to handle manpower all over again, and it will be going to be the same Ferris wheel again, being a hamster chasing deadlines and deadlines and deadlines. And then after that, I love to design. I love to doodle shoes. Willie mentioned about being a shoe retailer, but here I love to be a shoe designer and sell my own branded shoes, men's shoes lah. Okay, so then I approached some leather suppliers, and after hearing how I need to produce the shoes from the prototype to the actual product is a whole long journey. And I was just an architect. I don't have the knowledge of how to do marketing, how to do branding, how to do manufacturing, so on and so forth. So I thought, hey, this is too much work. And then when I look at the whole life, actually I am seeking for balance in my life. As an architect, I could get a professional competence. I would increase my professionalism and develop myself in terms of my skill, and I could get material comfort. Okay, but this would be at the expense of the other sectors in my life, my emotional, my spiritual, which I treasure very much, my mental health, my physical health, my social. Sometimes during the weekend, I don't get to see my family, right? And pleasurable. There was a leader from Vietnam who said that taking leave is just delayed pleasures. Because at the end of the day, when you're taking leave, your mind will still be preoccupied with work. Therefore, I'm really, really looking for balance in my life. Therefore, when I was introduced to the Nu Skin business by my angels, Rosanna and Rosani, I finally found a platform that I find that should be shared with a lot of people, because there are so many people looking for solutions, and it would be a disservice if we do not share this. Okay, and the industry that I happen to be in is the anti-aging industry. This anti-aging industry, as its name, is evergreen. It's always relevant. Somebody who is 5 now may need anti-aging 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, And anti-aging industry is a huge business. Okay, it is poised to be worth billions and billions of dollars. But what is the company that I'm looking for? So this Nu Skin, why Nu Skin? Because it's a $10 billion company. And if you cannot set up your own company, why not leverage on a company that is already well established for 37 years? And that is where Nu Skin is right now. Okay? And I find that this is the best business model, because Nu Skin handles all the R&D. Research and development, I tell you, is a big, big, big investment. Okay? You want to churn out products, you need to do R&D. You want to stay ahead of competition, you need to do R&D. If I run my own company, I need to have lots of capital for that. And staff is a huge headache in Singapore. You got HR, you got your whatever. And then with COVID, some more, you see, work from home, so on and so forth. Then marketing, accounting, all this got to be handled. Nu Skin takes care of all this. Global reach. When you want to open business in other countries, you've got issues about scalability and so on and so forth. And different cultures, you need to dabble with all that. Nu Skin handles this. As long as you operate in the 55 markets, you can operate. And then the other thing is about inventory. Where do I put my products? How do I store them? All this takes cost and space. Okay, Nu Skin handles everything. All I need to do is I need to connect it with my network, and I need just to invest my energy and my time in establishing the network and make it grow. The rest of it, Nu Skin handle. And I just need to connect them with my circle of friends and family, and new friends, strangers who I can convert to become my friends. And best of all, I am also supported by mentors. Do you know mentors are expensive in the real business, in real business world out there? Every advice they give you is chargeable. Here, it's free, completely free, and they give you willingly, and the advice willingly. Okay. And the other thing that I find in this business, you can do it anytime, anywhere. You can do it in the garden. You can do it while in the public transport. There is no physical nor geographical constraint. As long as you have a phone, as long as you have Wi-Fi connection. When I say phone, it could be your dumb phone, not necessarily smartphone. Dumb phone, you can call someone, you can do this business. Smartphone, dumb phone, and as long as you're equipped with a smile, you can do this business. Isn't it fantastic? Right? And with social media and whatnot, you can connect with the whole entire world. The world is your oyster in this business. Okay? And I find that this is the best thing about Nu Skin, the velocity compensation plan. If the company has all those wonderful things, but it doesn't pay you well, then it doesn't do your investment or in time here any justice. So Nu Skin provides leverage income. It's not just about your own effort, it's also about collective effort. So there are three ways where Nu Skin pays you using these bonuses: share bonus, build bonus, and lead bonus. Share bonus is when, like for example, if you share some products, your friend loves it, you will be rewarded for sharing that particular product, right? And build bonus is when you have a team or a collection of people who loves and enjoy products, right? And this can be your customers. If you decide that you want to make this like your business, running this business with exclusive distribution rights of Nu Skin products, then you'll get build bonus as well as share bonus. And then, what if your customer decide to also become your partner in distribution? Then you need to lead a team of people doing the same thing like you, enjoying the products as well as sharing the products, as well as making transforming other people's lives to be better. Then you are rewarded the lead bonus. Okay, if the more people in your network and the more products that float down through your channels, then you get share, build, lead bonus. And to tell you the truth, most of us are really gearing up for the lead bonus, because that is where the full rewards lie. Okay, because you are just not relying on your personal effort, but you are relying on instead of 1%, instead of 100% your own full effort, you're relying on each and every buddy in your team to give that value. So that's leverage income. And the other thing that I love about Nu Skin, it is strong innovative culture. As a designer, I treasure this very much because innovation is critical for any business to stay ahead of the competition. And with ageLOC technology, where we have the genetic, this is what attracted me to Nu Skin, where we have the genetic technology. We have a pipeline of products that can last you for decades and decades to come. In fact, with the introduction of ageLOC technology, the company's revenues has spiked to become $10 billion. Imagine that in the last 10 years, right? And we are every year there seems to be a new product. We just talked about Boost last year, right? It's a handheld device. Suddenly we have this new launch, a new supplement in 2021 called Reset. And aren't we all excited about this? It has this opportunity to transform a lot of people's lives, not just the sellers, but the people who consume these products, all right? The sharers. So this is very interesting. No matter where you come into the business, no matter when you come into the business, you are guaranteed an opportunity and a foothold in the business. Okay, so time is not the factor here. It's about your attitude, all right? Okay. Then the other thing that I love is the strong giving culture. The founders of Nu Skin advise us to look for good people because it is a company that believes in giving back to society. And in corporate life, you want to do CSR, you need to put an effort there, and it becomes erratic. But here, by just donating 1% of your commission to the Children Heart Fund, you are going to transform a lot of children's lives. And then we have this Nourish the Children initiative, where you collect donations of Vitamil, fortified, nutritious meal bags to children all around the world who are malnourished. You are able to feed children, Can you imagine doing that in your corporate life? It's got to be like something that is got to be planned or you thought of. But here, all you need to do is just partner with Nu Skin, and you can help a lot of children. And I believe this to be when you have lots of blessings in your business, if you help other people, a lot of blessings will come your way. This is what I truly believe in. Okay. And besides that, you're also giving value to other people's lives in terms of giving them empowerment in deciding how your health is going to be, your financial health, your material health, your physical health, right? So like, for example, my downline Suhaida, with her dabbling in this business, she managed to help her husband get from being obese to the fit young man he is now, and also his father, okay? And I also help my family members, from my son to my friends, right? So this is about giving value to others. And this one is about triple win success, win-win-win success. No other industry celebrates your success like in the Nu Skin industry. Success is real, you know. You see here, my success is encouraged and celebrated and supported by my mentors. You can see all my beautiful mentors here. My circle of excellence, Willie and Mei Ling, Rosanna and Rosani, and Mulyadi. All of them are out there to support me, right? In the corporate world, when you reach a certain level of excellence, other people are waiting to kick you out already, right? But here, no. The higher you go, hey, I'm happy because if my downline is successful, I will also be equally successful, right? And recently we have celebrated, Southeast Asia celebrated $100 million circle members. That means these leaders have earned $1 million in their business. So to me, Nu Skin business is a perfect confluence of what I've been searching all along. Fantastic business, all right? Fantastic product line. And this is the business that provides me with self-development. No other business you can talk about skill set, right? But here you get skill set, mindset, and heart set. That means it develops me to be a better person. And on top of that, I get better health, you know? And at the end of the day, I discover the best version of myself. Can you imagine if that left photo, that was me at the age of 37, my body age of 47. If I don't take any action, I think I'll end up worse than that now, 10 years down the road. I think I look like some corpulent corporate, don't know what, maybe slaving away in some behind some computer terminal, right? So I would urge everyone to make your decision. At the end of the day, maybe you would like to live, you want to become a better all-round person, and you also would like to leave a positive mark in this world, right? So I would encourage you to join us in this business, and and enjoy a Tan Jin Wen session later. All right, with that, I'd like to thank you all for listening to my story. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Farid. That was a very interesting intro to the business. And I just want to add, right, this business is wonderful. Okay. At the end, right, even if you do not participate in the business, you will turn from uncle, auntie to some very good looking spice girl or handsome dude. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Looking at the last picture, or the second last picture of Farid's presentation earlier, most people, their transformation will be from the other way around, right? When they are young, they look like the one on the right. As they progress, they look like the one on the left. Okay, so but in our business here, in our wellness business, it's the other way around. So everybody will live young. Okay, so let's give Farid again another big applause. Yeah, thank you for your sharing. Okay, now we are waiting for the moment we're waiting for, right? Our heavyweight guest speaker today. We are very honored to have him with us today, Mr. Tan Jun Wen. Okay, just a brief background of Jun Wen's background. He was a Singapore scholar, right? Jun is a really high flyer, Singapore scholar, very intelligent, very smart, right? And he used to work for PM Lee as a deputy director of trade and industry. Wow. But yet, at the height of his career, he decided to change path. He went over to London to become an institutional stockbroker. So that's very wow, right? And yet in 2001, he changed path again after, he had a lot of success in his career. 2001, he changed path again and embarked on this Nu Skin business to build his global business. And he is also very, very successful in Nu Skin. He's $1 million circle in Nu Skin. He's a 1-year Team Elite Platinum and 7-year Team Elite. Okay, with a man with such high standing, very successful, high achiever, right? Frankly speaking, if a person of this caliber were to introduce me anything, I will follow him in whatever he do. You agree? Yes, right, definitely right. Because he has success, very good success, very huge success in every field that he's in. Okay, so we are very honored to have with us Joan today. So can we please give your loudest applause, type 111 in the chat group to let's welcome Joan. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's my privilege and my honor. And hello to everyone.
Hi, Joan. I'm so happy
Hi.
to have you here. You know, without this Zoom, without this pandemic, I don't think we'll ever speak like this, right? Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And thank you for accepting our invitation to appear on our Zoom. We really feel very honored. Okay. So could you just let us know, right? With your background like this, you know, how did you meet Nu Skin?
Okay.
How did you meet Nu Skin? Yeah.
So I've always said that most people that I've seen in Nu Skin don't go out looking for Nu Skin. Nu Skin finds you. So firstly, we're all very lucky that somehow someone cared for us and Nu Skin found us. So I still distinctly remember it was January 2nd, 2001. I got a call around about 10 something a.m. in the trading room from a complete stranger who was also a stockbroker like myself, a lady, but someone had put us together. It was my longtime US client, the biggest client in Southeast Asia for anyone dealing in such funds. So he said, yeah, have a look. This lady will introduce you to this business, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. Now, actually, she called at a most inconvenient time. And I say why. January 2nd, 2001 was the first day of school, first day of work. My whole family, we had come back from literally around the world trip. We took a round the world ticket. We took our two young girls on a round the world trip for 1 month. And we only came back to Singapore maybe 28, 29 of December. So you can imagine, house is in a mess. Everything is in a mess. First day of school, first day of work. Who would attend such a meeting? I don't even know what it's all about. So I told my wife there's such a meeting. She was very reluctant. But you know what I said, darling? If two top finance people are interested and they are doing it, and when opportunity knocks, open the door and check it out. If you don't like it, you can shut the door again, but the door may not open again, you know. So I applaud all of you for showing up tonight. If you like what you see, we can explore. But if you don't like what you see, maybe you wasted an hour and a half. I mean, you got nowhere else to go anyway, right, tonight?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nowhere else.
Might as well listen to the opportunity that could change your life.
Yeah, and be open-minded, right? And
Yes.
I really like what you say, you know, we don't go look for Nu Skin. Nu Skin actually found us, right? We are all very blessed people.
Yes.
And yes, you know, we follow whoever is you know, how should I say? Yeah, you follow two very intelligent people.
Yes.
Just open the door, listen to the opportunity. And
In fact, what happened was when
Yeah.
I saw the list of the uplines, a lot of them were men. A lot of them were PhDs, physics, chemistry. And one of them was a NASA scientist. So I said, these are professionals, these are business owners. They're not mucking around trying to sell and to make some part-time money. The products must be good because they would have checked it out. And the compensation plan must make sense because they did it part-time and eventually they did it full-time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly.
I just follow the smart money. You don't have to be very yourself. Just follow the smart money.
Exactly. Yeah, because scientists can't market. Yeah. Okay. So can you share with us, right? The products are so good. How has the product and the business transformed you and your family?
Okay. So again, I consider myself very lucky at always the right point in my life, either the angel appear or the right products appear. Okay, maybe we can have a slide come out now. I was in my Taufik. Okay, next one. Okay, you see the picture of me in the yellow jersey. That was me probably mid-40s. Now, I've always done a lot of exercise, but you can see the tummy is showing. But a lot of our peer group will punch each other's tummy and say, this is normal. I say, no, it's not normal. Taufik, you know that it's not normal. It's common, but it's not normal. Because what I see, a lot of people also have common diabetes, common stroke, common high blood pressure, and common heart attack and deaths. So, but I didn't know what to do. I think for most men, we just think eat less, exercise more. Thank God, TR90, at that time called TRA, came along. So you see the second photo of me in the singlet was me 3 months later. This is almost 15 years ago. And you could see I lost about 8 kilos. And then you see the picture with the Batman. That was maybe about 3 years ago. I managed to maintain all this time. And the interesting thing is I only took it one time, 3 months, and it completely transformed. And I'm happy to report, not only did I maintain it, but during this period, the last 2 years, I have dropped another 2 to 3 kilos. So I'm even leaner now than before.
Masya ada superhero tu. Dah tapi. Sibuk lah kau ni nanti.
Okay, next slide, please. Okay, and so what does taking off this weight and taking all these supplements enable us to do? Truly, we are aging younger. Okay, you know, a lot of us come to a certain age, they will say, at this age, we must do this. Then the doctor will tell you, just do brisk walking, don't exert yourself. But instead, I'm playing more soccer now than when I was younger. Now, before this current, what you call lockdown or whatever, I was able to play soccer 3 times a week, 1.5 to 2 hours each time. Now, I never imagined at this age I'm able to do this. And I've had 2 knee operations on both knees for torn meniscus. And with Ultimate Duo, which is the Y-span, which is the R-square, and all the other things like LifePack, I've been able to function even better than before. And significantly, my running time is now faster than it was 15, 20 years ago.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I can only explain it is the supplements and the lifestyle, because it's not possible, right? One should be losing one's muscle.
Yeah, that's amazing, you know. That is really amazing. Would you be able to share with us how old are you this year?
62.
Wow. 62, you can do all these. I think it's really priceless.
Yeah.
Priceless. The best gift we can give to our loved ones, right?
Okay, so besides the product benefiting us and our family, what has it done for my family? I think all of us, I mean, I have two girls we started the business when they were 10 and 6. And maybe next slide. And these are slides of them graduating from Cambridge University. And I was able to bring my mom over for the graduation and holiday. Now, why I bring this up is because as a responsible parent, I had put money aside from the time the first one was born in some insurance fund, you know. So I said to myself, if something happened to me when they are young, they'll be taken care of. If nothing happens to me, and if they do go to a good overseas university, maybe I need to break the piggy bank, I'll do it. But in the event they both made it to a very good university, I did not have to break the piggy bank. Just by selling shampoo and conditioner and supplements and weight management, I'm able to put them through Cambridge and buy a flat for them in London, because they are both living and working there. And I'm able to also spend time with my mom, do everything. I mean, for example, this afternoon I decided I'll just pop over and have lunch with her. And then we take her on holidays. And when we travel, we make sure she has the best, you know, first class, business class, good hotels, because she was with her at a young age. She's worked hard for us. And I think a lot of our parents have worked hard for us. Don't we want to repay them while they're still alive and healthy? My mom is in her 80s. She's very healthy because she takes a lot of our supplements. Okay, next slide.
That's really priceless.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to mention that I did the business part-time for a year, and I was able to then do it full-time. And I was able to watch them play their sports. In fact, what was interesting was that one day I was watching, several times I went to watch my daughter play basketball. So whenever I go, it's a Tuesday morning or Thursday afternoon, I'll be wearing my shorts and my t-shirt. And they'll be asking, the other girls will be asking my daughter, what does your dad do? How come he's always here, you know? Then they'll say, oh, he used to be in finance. But what is he doing now? He said, if I explain to you, it's too hard. You know what he said? He's a loan shark.
Loan shark.
Yeah. He said, while he's here, the money is working, so you don't have to worry. Yeah. Because if I had to explain MLM, they'll never understand it.
Loan shark.
Yeah, he said he has passive income coming. That's why he can do it. He had time and financial freedom. So I think it was a really, I really valued the fact that not only was the financial freedom assured once you do the right things in Nu Skin and you work at it, but you get the time freedom, you get the health, you get the youth. I mean, literally, I'm 62, but I feel like 12 years old all over again because I'm playing soccer with all my secondary one schoolmates. How many people can have that, right? I think I'm very thankful to Nu Skin and my team.
Yeah,
Okay, next slide. And to me, the most valuable thing, ultimately, if I may sum up why you should be looking at this, you have total peace of mind. What do I mean by that? What is the number one worry for all of us, regardless of your income level? The number one worry is not having enough money or running out of money. Now, no matter how you do your sum, you can go and talk to your financial planner, talk to the economist, the numbers don't work out. In fact, even if you are earning a high active income and you live in a nice house and have a nice car, the numbers still don't work out. You cannot maintain your lifestyle, okay, because you have not built passive income. So I think I have total peace of mind because I know that next month's income is assured. Next year's income is assured. If those of us with young kids, when the time for your sons and daughters to go to university is taken care of, your retirement is taken care of, and so on and so forth. So I think this is, to me, truly priceless to have total peace of mind.
Yes, I agree. I think I definitely agree on this. And I'll take it from you that, as a top finance person, right, that, it's never enough, no matter how much we earn, etc. So we'll never have peace of mind. You're always fighting.
Really, sometimes people say to me, I think I should have enough lah. I'm not like you and all that. But you know what Warren Buffett said? Please don't go around and say money is not important until you have enough of it. And this is coming from one of the richest men in the world. Because when you need it, it's too late. Okay? So I said, okay, fine. But I can help you if you don't think you have enough. And I think we all don't have enough. And we should be very fearful of that, not having enough.
Money is never enough. Jack Neo says that. Money is never enough. Okay. Okay. Is this your last slide or some more? No. Okay. Maybe we can go on to the next question?
Yes.
Okay, next question. Off the slide, please. Oh, okay. Okay, when people hear Nu Skin, right, they will usually associate with ladies' business, because skin, Nu Skin. So how do you as a man, right, see this opportunity? Especially when, a lot of men will say, oh, they don't believe this industry will make money. How do you, what are your thoughts on these? And, how did you juggle your work with Nu Skin then?
Okay. Firstly, the richest people in the world, the richest men, some of the richest men in the world actually sell products to ladies. Just think, the boss of LVMH, the boss of Zara and Massimo Dutti, same company, they sell mainly to ladies, not men, okay? So, and of course, a lot of the CEOs and shareholders of Estee Lauder, SK2 are men, they are not ladies. Okay? So firstly, I think we need to put it in perspective. We are not inviting you to be a cosmetic salesperson or to be a supplement seller or to be a weight management seller. That's not what it is. These are excellent anti-aging products covering the whole spectrum. We are inviting you to be a global franchise owner, which is backed up by all these amazing anti-aging products. So your other question, how did I manage to juggle the time? Very simply, if you think it's worth it, somehow you make the time. So what I did was lunchtime, sometimes breakfast. I have a morning meeting at about 7:45. So I have a breakfast meeting at 6:45. I somehow managed to invite people to see me at 6:45, 7. Quick one, then I go to work. Okay. Lunchtime, I have lunch with someone. Then dinner time, very quickly eat one quick meal, and then I will do a series of either product demos or talking to people until midnight if necessary. Okay, and I remember when my wife and I wanted to get serious about this, we set our two girls down, 10 and 6, and we said, oh, mom and dad have just, we're going to do a new business. So it means that some of the time you may not see us, but we would juggle our schedule to give you the maximum time possible. So the younger one, who was only 6 years old at that time, ask this question: Dad, are we poor now? No. What I wanted to, I said, both mom and dad wanted to show you all that when such an opportunity comes, right? And I had to put it in very simple terms to them because they're only 10 and 6, right?
Mm.
If you want to succeed in life, work hard is a given. But the Chinese in China and the Indians from India are going to work much harder than you.
Mm.
They can work 24 hours. You can't, okay? Work smart. There are a lot of very smart people in the world. Again, from the region and from China and from India. But you need to find a vehicle which you're passionate about and that can help you take care of your family. But when you find that vehicle, you must be prepared to commit and work harder than the average person and focus and higher intensity than the average person. Not for a very long time, for a while, and then you will make it.
Yeah, that's so right? That's so right. I think it's about positioning, about finding the time. When you want something hard enough, you will find the time.
Yeah.
Right. And then work really hard compared to the average.
You can work hard at your job. You can work how many hours? No point. There's a fixed amount.
Yes.
But if you work hard at a business like Nu Skin, which can give you explosive growth potential with no downside, then you'll be richly rewarded.
Yes, exactly. The right vehicle is so important, more
That's right.
important. Yeah. And then after that, once you choose the right vehicle, work really hard for it.
That's right.
But you don't have to work forever. That is the beautiful part.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
But work hard at the right thing.
Yes, true. Okay, then, not many of us are as privileged as you are. We don't have high network friends or contacts, How can we be successful like you? What kind of mindset, what kind of skills should a person have in order to succeed?
See, I want to tell you that I succeeded in this business in spite of my network. Okay, what do I mean by in spite of my? It is true, I know a lot of people who could easily afford the products. I know a lot of the ministers, but a lot of them say no. You think I should get DPM Tharman to do the business? You think I should get Kim Yong or Shanmugam, who I know personally, to do the business? I don't even want to sell them the product because then I will have to go and see the chief doctor of Singapore. No. I just
Okay.
Can you imagine if Kim Yong was, at that time when he was health minister, I got to go and see the SGS get tolong. I don't have to say. So, and it would have been easy for me to say, oh, you see, all my peers turn me down. That means this business I cannot do. I don't have friends like you, right? But what I learned very early on from reading the book, I devoured a lot of information on network marketing. This book said, the true power of network marketing is not in the people you know, but in the people you don't know.
Okay. Yes, that's true.
Because they influence. Okay, so today in Singapore, there's so many cases, so many, but yet not that many. I don't know, 150,000 or whatever infections. You may have heard of one or two friends, some who got infected, but you don't know most of the other people who got infected, right? It's the networking effect. Okay. In fact, my entire frontline list of builders, actually all of them were complete strangers. Only one of them, Dr. James Chia, I barely knew him. We only met 3 times over 5 years. So that is proof for you. That is proof for you, So that the true power of the network in network marketing is based on the people you don't know, which is the entire world. Correct?
Yes.
Let's talk about skill set. So people might look at you and say, hey, you have the skill set because you know about pharmaceutical, but you know that's not true. Right? Yeah. And say they think I have the skill set because I can talk about stocks and shares, but I can't talk about skincare. I never used skincare before. I've never done network marketing, right?
Yes.
So to me, actually, there's no particular skill set. There is actually really zero skill set, but you can get better at doing things if you believe and you want to do. So what I will say is this, if I look at all the successful people in Nu Skin, in the first 3 years of their Nu Skin career, even if they hit Team Elite very early, at best, I would give them B for skills. At best, I would give them B for experience. Yeah. At best, I'll give them B for knowledge. But you know what? Where the A's for these people come from? It's a common. A for belief, A for energy, B for knowledge, C for experience, D for knowledge. A for action. And the action is focused not just on enrolling users, but enrolling business builders. So there are these common factors. Okay, it's the mindset. That means they look at Nu Skin, somehow it clicks. The brain says, "Hey, company been around 40 years, $3 billion. All these professionals are doing it." But the heart says, "This is it. This is my vehicle to a better life. The life I can never imagine possible." Then you commit. So it's a mindset. It's a mindset thing rather than a skill set.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's really a mindset thing.
Maybe
Yeah.
if I may just elaborate, also there are okay, and other things that, for example, we've all been brought up to believe that most of us should make money as an employee. So go and work. Better still work for a big company and work hard, get promoted. Another way maybe is to become a property broker or to become an insurance agent. Pretty good too. Another way, which to me is the least enviable way, is to start a small business. And we've seen what happened to small business over this period. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what if we can open out our mindset and say, is there another way of not just owning a small business, but a global business without any capital, without any skill set, without having to carry inventory, manpower, or rental? And this multinational, with a track record of close to 40 years, will design, produce a product for you, do everything, including teaching you how to market it, bring the scientists down. It's unbelievable, but it's absolutely true. So you need to wrap your head around that. And also, when you look at Nu Skin, you got to be open-minded enough to look at the data, to look beyond skincare, supplements, network marketing. Because if you didn't do that, you will not think of Starbucks as Starbucks. You think of Starbucks as just another coffee seller. You think of Subway as just sandwiches. You just think of Ya-Kun as Kaya Toast. But it's a global franchising business. So you need to have that mindset to do it.
Yep. Yes, exactly. I think this session, right, whoever is listening, please go back and play again. You'll benefit a lot. Just as I've benefited a lot from Joan sharing all these years. Thank you so much. So could you give us, share some examples of some of your team members, who have the right mindset to succeed?
Okay. So one of the things that I must say that both my wife and I came in for very selfish reasons for our family. Yeah, we want to do the best for our family. But what has really given me, my wife and I, a lot of joy is that in our stockbroking career, actually, we never really changed any lives. The billionaires just got a bit richer, the fund managers got a bit better, but we did change our life. We make good money, right? But we didn't really change a lot of lives, to be honest. But in this business, we have the opportunity to change a lot of lives, be it through the products, be it saving lives, and to the people who do the business, to allow them to live a more dignified and privileged lifestyle, a dream lifestyle they never imagined possible. And these are all complete strangers. Yeah, of course, we talk to our family and friends, but for whatever reason, they didn't want to do it. That's fine. Okay, so the first person I want to talk about is a lady called, slide please. It's a lady called Ice Tan. She's very well known. She designs clothes. A lot of MediaCorp stars are using this. And actually, she was attracted to the business because of the business, because the person that she met, the sponsor, showed her a card and said, "We create millionaires." Okay, so she came, she saw, she wanted to do it. But of course, success story in Nu Skin is never so simple, right? So she did, and for whatever reason, she dropped out. Okay, but we kept in touch. And at this point, she used to be at the peak to own quite a few stores, but around throughout Singapore. But business was getting difficult, and she decided to close all them down and just do it online, which was a brilliant decision because you cut back all these costs. And it was doing quite well. So at first she was thinking, actually, I don't need Nu Skin now, right? But at the back of her mind, it was always calling out to her. She was asking herself, what if the next collection doesn't sell? What about the next one? What about the next one? What about the next one, right? Finally, we spoke again, and she came back into the business. And today, the turnover from her Nu Skin business is bigger than her previous turnover when she had to own all the shops. I mean, all the shop and all the problems with the shops. But now her business is growing without having to put in capital, carry rental, carry manpower and over, and she's a much happier person and
Wow.
still growing and still growing and still growing.
That's amazing. That is
Isn't
amazing.
it? So that's why she likes to say, design a life you love in Nu Skin. Designing
Yes.
clothes.
Yes.
Oh,
So
Okay.
blessed. Yeah.
so
So
amazing.
Okay, so the second person I want to talk about, next slide, please, is a lady called Cindy. Now, Cindy is from Ipoh, and this person, plus a lot of my new Indonesian and my new Malaysian downlines, were born during COVID.
okay.
I have not had time to see these babies personally, okay? And they are growing up, okay? So, and this is the wonder of Zoom, isn't it? Because in the old days, can you imagine? I go there for 3 days, they're not there, and then I come back, and it's very frustrating. But now we can actually grow the business, you know, with social media and Zoom. So Cindy used to work for KPMG. Then she decided to run her own account, open up her own accounting firm. Now, if you think there's one thing, if you think your boss is bad, wait till you become your own boss. It's worse. Okay? And she's got 3 kids. So you can see she transformed herself through TR90. But the more remarkable thing was she actually shared from the time when she was very young, actually she has very unusual menstrual cycle. She only has a menstrual cycle every 3 months. So in fact, the doctor was saying, I don't think it's even very hard for you to conceive, but fortunately, she has got, I believe she's got 3 kids. But at first she was not so interested in the business. But then when she looked at it, hey, this is interesting. And I remember some months back when she was barely 6 months in the business, she was able to hold a check of more than 5-figure ringgit. That's why her eyes started to pop out. So this is another story where, of course, I didn't directly sponsor her. She's from Ipoh. I've not met her, but you can see from just the photos alone how her health, physical health has been transformed, and how her financial health is also well on the road to being transformed.
Yes, this business really transformed us, really transformed our health, our family, our life, our check, everything.
Yes.
Right. And these are all your digital kids, which you haven't met before yet.
Yes, exactly.
That's amazing, our business. And no
Yes.
capital up, for us to build all these businesses, any parts of the world, the franchise business.
That's
so
right.
I think a lot of, like you say, we don't go around looking for Nu Skin. In fact, many people do not really embark on it straight away because of the direct selling name. But blessed people will keep behind at the back of our mind, right? This business. And at the right time, we will just grow. Okay, thank you for sharing these 2 wonderful examples, right? Could you have the slides off? Thank you. So given your high social standing, right, I just wonder, right, do you get rejected or not? And how do you handle rejections?
Firstly, I don't have a high social standing, okay?
Higher than a lot of us.
No. But I hear what you say. I mean, obviously, as a stockbroker, I deal with millions and tens of millions of dollars, right? And to have to come down to, I can imagine for a lot of finance people to come down and sell toner and shampoo and conditioner, it's a face issue, isn't it? It's a face issue. So I like to tell this story. Jeff Bezos, who is, I think, still probably the 2nd richest man now because Elon Musk just overtook him, but he was at one point the richest man. Jeff Bezos was a very successful, up and coming young banker in Bankers Trust. He quit to set up Amazon to sell books online.
Okay.
Right? Now, do you know that the guy, Howard Schultz, who started Starbucks, was a top executive in Rank Xerox? He went over to Starbucks. Eventually, he bought over the company and he made it his own. Now, do you think a top corporate executive at Rank Xerox, why would he be going around selling coffee? But he had this idea of the franchising business. So I think, again, you need to look beyond, how much can you sell? Even if it's a set of TR90, you need to sell a lot, right? Okay. So the way I look at it is that we are all in this part of the world very exam oriented. We are very much focus in scoring the highest marks. Okay, so if you score 90, 95 marks, your parents so happy tonight, go and celebrate really, go out, okay? Or
Yes.
buy back KFC or buy back ice cream, or promise you maybe this weekend take you somewhere, or maybe end of the year take you to US, you know? But if you score 80 marks, your parents not very happy. Hey, careless, right? Next time be more careful, right? But if you score 65 marks, wow, I think
Right.
family council meeting die already.
Die.
Don't play your sports really, come on already, blah, 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 right?
Mm.
But in Nu Skin, it's not about even scoring 50 marks. In Nu Skin, it's only about scoring 5 marks out of 100. If I need to go through 100 people to find the 5 who will do the business, it's worth it.
Mm.
Because you need to temper your expectations.
Mm.
If you expect that by calling your 10 best friend, 10 closest relatives, 6 are going to give you a favorable response, no way. In fact, I will tell you, it will be 0. Are you ready to go again? Are you ready to go again? Because I only need 5.
Mm.
If the 5 say yes, and I manage to get them to have this DNA, and they also go through enough people to find 5, then it's 25, isn't it? Business filters.
Yes.
And then 1 to 5. You get the idea. So I think it's how you handle and your expectations about rejections.
Mhm.
Actually, I like to think of it the other way. I like to think of it as headhunting, and I'm rejecting the unsuitable candidate.
That's good. That's good. A good thought.
Isn't it?
Yes. Mm.
I am headhunting for fellow CEOs. So
Yes.
I need to have a high standard. And don't get me wrong, when I say high standard, I don't mean I need to go and find a PhD or someone living in a big house. I want someone with big dreams, big drive.
Mm.
Now, so I would hope if you were hiring just someone to be manning a desk, paying the person 2,000, just get anyone. But if you're hiring to be a CFO, paying a lot more, your standard is higher. But the higher standard is when you're looking for your fellow entrepreneurs.
Mm.
I think sometimes we set too low a standard and we are disappointed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you very much for sharing this concept. Okay. So we're looking for the 5, we're looking for the suitable ones. You know, we're rejecting the 95 that is not so suited. So manage our expectations well. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you, Joanne, for
And
that.
people will ask you, how do you know the suitable ones? You know what you do? They will review themselves.
Okay.
They will review themselves. When you project it correctly, they'll say, okay, tell me more. Then they say, let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like
We are-
yourself, right? Like yourself. I mean,
Yes.
huh?
Yeah. So yeah, we're looking for the right one. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So the next question, with your background in sporting views, right? Sporting trends. What are your views on Nu Skin and entrepreneurship?
Okay. Firstly, I think entrepreneurship is a very scary word to a lot of people.
Yes, it is. It is.
Understandably so. So I think sometimes when we talk to people and say, would you like to be an entrepreneur? Would you like to get into business? Actually, I think the walls will come up straight away, you know.
Defend.
And especially having seen how businesses have suffered over the last 2 years. People have lost their life savings and more. But I like to present it in a way that it is entrepreneurship, but it is an entrepreneurship where there is no downside and explosive upside. So of course, people can't believe it to be true, but it's absolutely true.
Yes.
Because what it has shown us over the last 2 years particularly is that job security is not there. More so. Now, I think it was yesterday or today's papers, they were saying that the banks are hiring aggressively,
Yes.
but hiring a particular type of people for fintech, not for the traditional banking jobs. So if today you are a fairly senior person, your job is at risk because they're hiring more the people with an engineering, mathematics background or whatever to next set of technology, right? A lot of the Chinese companies coming in are the IT companies, the people like ByteDance, the people like Alibaba, they are also hiring. And these people, what they're hiring for, they will also kill the people in retail because it's going to go online.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So how are we, as if we decide to set up to become a small entrepreneur, say retailing, whatever, or F&B, how to fight against the big boys? Sure die one.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So if we want to be an entrepreneur, what is the next best thing? We partner with a global company that has a track record. This global company called Nu Skin will set up everything, starting from R&D and design of the product, the shops, the forex, the supply chain, clearing the health authority. You just do the marketing to bring in the users, to bring in the business builders, and you get paid for life. And this income passes on to your next generation. So to me, the return on equity is infinite because I have not put down any capital. I love it. I love it. Okay.
Mhm.
So I can understand actually entrepreneurship is something we need to do to try and take care of our own destiny, but it's incredibly hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And also the other thing that I noticed in the last 2 years, and this trend is going to accelerate. Firstly, you need to have a product or service that is unique.
Mm.
I think Nu Skin has proven that. So if you're just another run-of-the-mill skincare, another average network marketing company, you're dead. You're dead. That's why the big become bigger. The iPhones keep outselling all the small ones, right?
Yes.
The second thing, you need an online presence.
Mm.
Don't have an online presence, you're dead.
Mhm.
Now, Nu Skin is tapping on Amazon and Alibaba for cloud technology. We don't have that kind of technology. So they are powering our back end. Some of you may have read that Alibaba has now got a new chip designed just for their operations, you know. So we are benefiting from that too. Okay.
Mhm.
The third thing, is your business heavily dependent on fixed costs, such as manpower and rental and inventory? If it is, you're in for a very rude shock, okay?
Mm.
It's going to be very tough. And you know our business isn't, because the only staff is Nu Skin Central staff. We don't have staff.
Yes.
We do everything ourselves, right?
Yes.
And we don't carry inventory because Nu Skin carries it. And
Mm.
our online is amazing. Click, click, click. Goes to the customers in what, 2-3 days.
Mm. And we don't have to worry about delivery as well.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
it's-
to me, it's the perfect model.
Correct.
I think we tick all the boxes.
Yes, exactly. I think we tick all the boxes, 30 odd years ago.
That's
We're
right.
just so advanced,
That's
And
right.
to many people, it's just too good to be true. But it's really true. It's
Yeah.
an amazing, amazing platform. Yeah. Okay. All right. So could you give us a glimpse of your everyday life? We're just wondering, as a $1 million.
Everyday life.
Yeah, a glimpse, a glimpse. No need to be too detailed. A glimpse.
Okay, so I wake up in the morning. I normally I go for a jog or I go to the gym. Then when I come back, I know what's my day schedule. So actually, I have a few screens. One screen is looking at my stocks. I mean, I don't trade the market, but I'm monitoring the market, deciding what to do. Another screen could be I'm just watching YouTube. And then I could be reading some books or listening to audiobook or doing a Zoom like this. Of course, before this current state of what we call it lockdown, I will be looking forward to my soccer. 2 games over the weekend, maybe 1 game over weekdays.
Okay.
And then when London opens, I like to talk to my daughter if possible, because they're both living and working there.
That's nice, right?
Yeah, and I even have time for afternoon naps.
Isn't this an enviable life?
Yeah. So I think you need to work effectively and productively.
Yes.
And in Nu Skin, I think all my builders, they all know how to sell the product. Selling the product is the easy part, okay? But to get them moving in the right direction, to help them make the next person see it, this is the thing I keep doing. And with Zoom, is wonderful. We could have a 3-way conversation. It could be with someone in Ipoh trying to sign up someone in Jakarta, and we can have a 3-way conversation.
Okay. Beautiful life. Beautiful life. All of us can have this kind of lifestyle. Just work on Nu Skin, right?
Yeah.
Work on Nu Skin. And really now in this time is really in our favor. with Zoom and all these, you can reach out to so many
I
people.
always say, I mean, all of us, right? I mean, our parents wish for us to have a comfortable life. We also wish for our kids to have a comfortable life. But I like to say this, if you want a comfortable life thereafter, you got to step out of your comfort zone now and do the uncomfortable in the short term. Because if you do what everybody does, which is just be comfortable, I think you'll be very uncomfortable later on.
I'll choose the former. Definitely.
I watch a lot of Netflix too, by the way. So I still can get my work done.
Yeah. So do the uncomfortable initially so that you can get to watch Netflix and have afternoon naps later on in your life, right? Okay.
Yeah. And still do Nu Skin.
Yeah, do Nu Skin. Yes. And also exercise a lot, keep fit so that we are aging younger every single day, right? Wonderful lifestyle. So Joan, without Nu Skin business, right, what do you think your life will be like?
Okay, first I would have less hair and my hair would have more gray hair. I know my tummy will be bigger. I very likely will be at some point on some medication like most of my peers. My bank account will be smaller and I will not have peace of mind. I will be constantly worrying. So let's say I'm 62, I'm in reasonably good health. I could live to 92, maybe even 100. You know, whenever I say that, people say, I don't wish to live that long. I say, it's not your choice.
That's true.
At 85, you're going to jump off pinnacle flats. All right.
Yeah, right.
It's not your choice. But you hope the last 10 years you don't have dementia or some sort of major disease, right? So you got to prepare. Ideally, you want to die eating your favorite food with no pain. You know? So, but to do that, you got to prepare. So I always say the future you must thank the present you for things that you put in place. What we are today is the actions that we took 20 years ago. What we're going to be 20, 30 years from now is the action we take today. We got to invest in ourselves. We got to find something that can give us the passive income. You know, everyone knows passive income is important. Everyone knows health is important, but they never do anything active about it.
Yeah, that's right.
But they say it's important. But they then eat char kway teow and all that.
Yes.
Right?
And then binge on TV a whole day.
Yeah, and then they say passive income, but they're gambling in the stock market or trying to buy Bitcoin or whatever. But that's not it. So like I say, as a finance person, I will tell you to even have passive income of $5,000 is very, very tough. I mean, don't tell me you really got $1 million. Of course, then I can help you, you know. And even if you're a piano teacher and you can give piano lessons or maths tuition, it's not passive.
Yeah.
Nu Skin is really passive.
Right.
And you don't need $1 million or $2 million or being able to teach piano or teach maths tuition.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, the leverage income is the one that we are looking at.
Yeah, but no sensible person, like I said at the beginning, will go out and look for network marketing.
Yeah, exactly.
It has to find you. In fact, if you look, you end up with the wrong ones.
Yes.
And you'll be so pissed off, you will never look at network marketing again.
So it's a blessed one who, Nu Skin will come to us. Yeah. I think we are all very, very blessed here in this Zoom room here, and those watching on YouTube, we are all very blessed. Nu Skin came to us, right? So we must be open-minded. We must be wise enough to accept Nu Skin into our life and work really hard, right? And then, you're like what Joan says, right? The 20-year-old later, you would thank the you now. Okay, so we still have time because, death is not our choice, So we still have a lot of time to work on now.
Exactly.
To have a peace of mind later on, right? So, okay. So I'm coming to the second last question. You can see my Zoom background, right? It's a Reset, HR Reset. I think many of our partners and our clients know about HR Reset. It's a new product that is going to come in December, resetting our metabolic health, resetting our life, our business, etc. So Joan, can you just share a little bit any advice you have for our audience for our HR Reset LTO?
Okay, so I think a lot of us naturally, especially the new business builders or your potential customers or potential prospects, the first question we'll ask, what is it? What are the ingredients? Okay, fair question, But if you choose to look at this as a product, I think that's only 20% of the picture. Just like an iceberg. You know, the top of the iceberg is only 10%. The big iceberg is below. Now, I think Nu Skin, right from the chairman, the CEO, the board, to the scientific team, to all the regional office, they are very clear that whenever we come out with such an LTO, is to drive the business rather than just to drive product. Because think of it, if they're just going to drive the product, very simple, just have a giant webinar and then just all the scientists from Wuta just tell us what it is, then we're just going to sell. Very simple. Why bother, right? But that's not it. Now, the interesting thing about Reset is that I have as much information as you, but I'll tell you something. For years, I know that Dr. Joe Chang and his team have been working on a prebiotic product, which is a big thing. But this particular LTO has been delayed at least a good 2-3 years. Why? Because it was serendipity in developing the prebiotic product. Actually, it was already a very good product, almost ready to go. Then they say, my God, this is something else that's in here. You know, it's like James Bond, you know, James Bond car, you know, you develop something, then you say, my God, it's not just can go underwater, no, this one can fly too, but we need a bit more time. We need a bit more time. So we need more science. So of course, you have to go to the board and say, give us a bit more time. So of course, the board said, if you have a bit more time, that means it's going to be much bigger. So this is going to be huge. When Nu Skin spends 7 years before they launch a product, is huge. So I won't go into the product details, but suffice to say that the number one benefit they put down is healthy blood sugar levels. Nu Skin is a science-based company. We always under-promise and we over-deliver. If Nu Skin dares to put that now as the number one benefit right on top, they have got the data to back it.
Yes.
Okay. And not only that, the pricing of the product is super, super attractive. I am very sure the next round will not be so cheap. Okay.
Yes.
But that's the product side. So trust us when we tell you that whenever Nu Skin launches such a product, whether it be Boost before and Y-Span and R Squared and so on and so forth before that, we are in a category of one. So people always ask me, hey, this product, who are your competitors? I said, none. There is no competitor for metabolic health. There is no competitor for Y-Span. There is no competitor for LumiSpa. In fact, someone asked me when I showed the LumiSpa, oh, Clarisonic. I said, precisely, but they are out of the market because of this. Now, can you imagine when you have a product and you're in a category of one? Isn't that amazing? So how should you use this? You should go back to the people you talked to before who say they don't look at Nu Skin. Tell them again. You know, this person might be a different point in their life. This person, after the last 2 years, maybe started thinking about certain things. This person, maybe certain things in the company or his traditional business. Go and try. And then you tell them it's a completely new platform, that he is on the same playing field as the people who have done it for 10 or 20 years. You should be marketing that way. Then they will be more interested. And if you're not so experienced, please bring to your experienced upline. Let us talk. I know it may sound a little confusing for the new people, but I think the veterans who have done the previous rounds, I think we know how to pitch it.
Yes. LTOs are amazing.
That's
and
right.
Especially now we have an amazing product. Really.
Right. And several of my downlines have shared that at the point of their first LTO, they've seen the income gone from, let's say they've been in the business a year and they trusted the upline to really go for it. The income can go from like 3,000 to 20,000 in 1 month. Yeah, I'm not saying the 20,000 stay, but it comes off, but then they've got new people coming in, and you know, money is the best motivator.
Yes.
I know some people don't like it, but I'm sorry, that's the way it is.
Yes, it is.
It is, right? So let's just say it as it
Don't
is.
kid it, yeah. Yes,
Don't
it
kid
is.
it. They'll look at the 20,000 and they say, but of course, not next month, but it is possible 2-3 years from now, I could get that permanent as a passive income.
Mm. Yes, that's true. That's why we love LTOs. We love LTO, and this LTO is like so. The last LTO we had was like 5 years ago, for supplements. I'm
That's right.
really excited about Reset.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Thank you so much for sharing your insight. One last question. What advice do you have for people looking at a business?
Okay, I would say if you're looking for a change of your life trajectory, you want your future to be much better, less stressful, and have financial freedom. And let me define financial freedom of 10,000 or multiples of 10,000 per month for life. I think you've come to the right place. Now, I know you might still have a lot of questions, but I want you to look at, okay, you're entitled to your own opinion, you're entitled to your own prejudices, you're entitled to your own biases, but you're not entitled to your own facts. There's only one set of facts. I mean, just like all these people who are anti-vaccine, I say you can have your own opinions, but there's only one set of facts, okay? There's only facts are facts. So let's summarize what are the facts. Nu Skin has been around since 1984. So that's about 37, 38 years. This year's turnover, just under 3 billion. We pay about 40% of that as commission. So the pot is 1.2 billion. When we get to 5 billion, that will be $2 billion payout. Many of us start the business part-time, but find it worthwhile to eventually do it full-time. And many of us are professionals and business owners, and we don't just do masak. We really do it as a real business and live the kind of life that you never even dare to dream possible. So if something stirs in you after this sharing, make it a point to really sit down the potential sponsor and go through. And for the person who brought this person, it is very important you connect it with your experience upline. Because I tell you what, most people will say, yeah, let me think about it. But they don't know what they should be thinking about.
Yes.
Isn't it? I mean, in order to invite them and they come, I think we should really open the door fully and show them the landscape. After we've shown them what it is, and it's a very honest sort of going through the landscape, if they decide, no, that's fine. But the great shame would be if they only half understood and your messaging was not clear and they miss out an opportunity to transform their lives. Then there'll be regrets on both sides.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think my message is for both the person who brought this person in and the prospect. Please sit down and say, show me the way to a better life via Nu Skin.
Yes, exactly. Show me the way to a better life. Okay. So be open, ask the person who invited you into this Zoom meeting, and the person who invited the people, please go follow up on them, right? Because we are all entitled to a good life, right? Indeed. So this is a wonderful, wonderful platform. Thank you so much for your insightful sharing and very heartfelt sharing, and I benefited a lot again. I'm going to watch this Zoom again, and I hope many of you will do that as well. But we're not going to let you go yet. Want to see is there any questions from the floor? Anybody has any burning questions you would like to ask Jung Wen? This is your only chance, right? If you have, you can key into the chat group right now, and I'm sure Jung Wen will be very happy to answer your questions if you have. Okay. Right, let me see. No questions? Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, James. Any questions? Another 10 more seconds for you to key in your questions if you have any. Don't be shy.
Don't ask me to forecast Man City versus Man U this weekend.
Okay, we got one question here. Wait, hang on. I think we've got a couple of questions. If someone has not found success yet in the business, how is he going to attract the lockers?
How is he going to
attract the lockers? Lockers are, the ones.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you want to explain lockers to the new people.
Lockers are basically the ones in your network who has influence, who is able to reach out to many people, and who can grow the business. These are your lockers in your business. Right? Okay. And locker may not be your number one, it could be many levels down. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, this is precisely the subject I have been spending time over the last 3 days doing Zooms with groups of only 3 to 5 people. Once someone comes into the business, of course, they have to use the product. They use a TR90 and they use the Ultimate Duo and all that. And they transform themselves. People notice. So it is not that difficult to then be able to get other people to also use the product and build a GSV, right? But a lot of people I noticed in all these Zooms I've been doing over the last few days have a problem how to project the business when they are not yet successful. I think that's the nature of the question.
Yes.
So at the big level, I want to give an example. Was Jack Ma successful before he became successful? I think you know the answer to that.
No.
Was Anthony Tan of Grab successful before he became successful? Of course not. Of course not. But they have a vision. And honestly, for Jack Ma to succeed, now he is one in I don't know how many million. There are many Jack Ma's that we don't hear about, which didn't make it, right? But in Nu Skin, it's not about you. It's about the vehicle. Okay. So what I want to put it is this way. If you are waiting for success before you can talk about it, it's not going to happen.
Yes.
And many of people will say, let me do the business gradually. Actually, the people who do the business gradually usually end up leaving the business very quickly.
Yes.
They don't see money, right? So how do we make this quantum leap? You know, I always say, you're either pregnant or you're not pregnant. You cannot be half pregnant. It's either pregnant or not pregnant. It's either 1 or 0, right?
Oh, I love this analogy.
Yes. 1 or 0, okay? So you need to believe, and if you have a problem, please get your experience up, right? You need to believe you're going to be successful. And your role is to go through 100 people to find the 5 or the 10 people who believe like you, who are prepared to come out of their comfort zone to do this. I have no other answer to this. Because it's not as if I came in and they bestow certain titles on me. No, I have to work for it like everyone else, you know, right? Then it's real, okay? But if other people with no previous success were able to project themselves to be successful and thereby bring in other people who also have no experience and no success and then become successful, then why can't you?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, unless you don't leave, unless you're not prepared to come out of the comfort zone, unless you're scared, then I said, I'm sorry. Then if you're not prepared to change, I can't help you. That is the nature of the business.
Yes. Okay, thank you. So decide, pregnant or not pregnant, please decide, all right? And then the vehicle is important. Thank you so much. Okay, the other question we have is, what is the toughest QS? Is it question? QS, what is QS? You get from potentials. What is the toughest QS you get from potentials? What
question.
Is it question or what? Okay. Maybe you can key in again. I'll go on to the next question. How would you say you approach the right clients?
How?
Mr. Jun, how would you say you approach the right clients? Is there any way you can phrase the question again? Okay, hang on. Sorry, we don't understand the question, so can't reply you. Okay. Question. What are some of the toughest questions you get from potentials? Potential prospect, right? What are some of the toughest questions you get from potential prospects?
Actually, I never think of it that way, you know, because I'm quite single-minded. If I sense that, I mean, they can ask me all sorts of questions. I mean, at the end of the day, if I get a yes, I get a yes. If I say, okay, maybe next, maybe we explore. Okay, fine. If not, no, then I just move on. So I don't think of any questions as being particularly tough or not. But I don't see, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't quite understand the point, you know. I will tell you this. I think maybe to phrase it another way, I think the toughest thing I've had to face personally, and once you get over it, is so much easier, is seeing the people close to you not make it or leave. That is tough. But you've got to be quite detached. I always tell people, be passionate about the business, but don't get emotional.
Be
The
passionate, but
moment
don't
you
get
get
emotional.
emotional that your own sister-in-law, who you dearly want to help, drop out. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So long as you have provided whatever is necessary for her to succeed, and for whatever reason she does not, you have to accept.
Okay. Yeah.
So to me, emotionally, I think a lot of people find that the toughest thing.
Yeah, that's right. But we have to be detached. Yeah. Like one of my pharmacist friends said when she was undergoing divorce, you have to be clinical about the other party. It's as good as being detached. Yeah. Not to get too attached or emotional.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have some more questions. Just one moment. Okay, that back to that question. What is the perfect client for you? What are you looking for in a client?
Actually, there's no such thing as a perfect client. I'm very clear. I present the business upfront. It's an amazing business opportunity backed by products that are one of a kind that truly work. Then I want to see their response. And they come in all shapes and sizes, I don't prejudge. I don't know. I really don't know who they are. I mean, for example, you have interviewed Dr. Lam. Dr. Lam actually is not someone you would expect to do this business at all, for very obvious reasons, right? She's very quiet, she's running a successful business. And yourself, I won't consider you a perfect client. I don't think I will be a perfect client. I might be a very difficult one. Why would I do it?
I think so.
Right?
That'll be my
Right?
Right?
So to me, I think one of the best answers I heard was from Lang Chow, my upline, all the way up. And someone asked him a similar question. So he said, just present the opportunity with total belief and clarity, and the right person who will do the business will review themselves. I thought that was a very wise answer. So I like to think of myself hunting for submarines. You know how you hunt for submarines? You put out a very powerful sonar and see what comes back. Then based on the picture, which is a very big one, it may or may not be a submarine. Maybe it's just a huge piece of rock or whatever, But from there, then you take the next step. But you send out a very strong signal and let them review themselves.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yes. Okay. I hope you got the answer, right? Okay, let me see. One last question. Are there any books you would recommend for us to improve marketing skills?
Actually, I didn't read any books on marketing. From the point I decided we were going to be serious about the business, I went to the Success Bookstore in Peninsula Shopping Center. I think it was on the ground floor. And I walked in and I said, just sell me your most popular books on network marketing. I don't know what they are. So they just sold to me. Then I started reading. Then I find that they all say the same things. So I figured it out.
Okay.
Just going through the numbers.
Yeah, true. We don't need special marketing skills.
Don't need.
It comes from the heart. Actually, it comes from the heart.
Yeah.
Right?
Because when I read all of them, and one of them was my first year in network marketing by this Nu Skin guy, Edward Yadan, something like that. And various things I cannot remember. I mean, they're all by quite well-known people, but just the 5 most popular books. Then I read, and they say, hey, they're saying the same thing. Once you find the right company, of course, they don't say which company, but I know Nu Skin is the one already for me.
Yes.
And it's just going through the numbers. They just say it differently, but it's actually the same thing.
Yeah. That's
and
right.
Actually, you anyhow say, but you say with total belief, it will work.
Oh, yeah. I believe in that.
Correct?
I believe in that, yes. The right one will come. Send a very strong sonar and find a 5 out of 100. It will come.
Yep.
Okay. So I hope you got your answer, right? Let me see any more questions. I think that is about it. Okay, that is about it. Thank you very much, Jun Wei. We had a very, very good, very insightful session. Benefit a lot from your sharing as usual. Very, very thankful for you with us, having you with us today. And that's all I want to say. If you have no more questions from the floor, right? Then let's give Jun Wei a big hand. Big hand. Type in 222 if you have a benefit.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. So I'm going to end the session. Have a good night. Thank you, Jerome, again. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Hope to see you in person very soon
Bye.
after this COVID, right? Thank you.
Much. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.